Brynn was a typical pregnancy. She was born 41 weeks. At birth, really no issues. Yeah, she seemed to be doing everything just like her older sister. Like, we didn't notice any red flags early on at all. Around 9 months, Brynn was not showing any signs of crawling at all. So we spoke with the pediatrician who suggested early intervention, which is like, physical therapy, around 1 year. And at this time, she was still not crawling at all. Her diagnosis was just like a global developmental delay, which is, very generic. Brynn wasn't diagnosed with Rett syndrome until she was a little bit over 2. So it was October 28th in 2013.
That was obviously one of the worst days, if not the worst day of both of our lives.
And then, our world basically comes crashing down that this is, we had heard of Rett before, a friend of the family has, a cousin that had it. And, I remember walking in my house and literally falling to the floor as time goes on. And it doesn't get easier, you just get used to it. I've always tried to say, like, my daughter doesn't walk and talk, but she really is a joy in our life, because she is. And people say to me a lot, like, oh, you don't know how you do it. And I try to say, well, we really don't have a choice.
With the Rett syndrome journey with Brynn, because she's small enough for us to still carry her, so we don't need a lot of gear. She does have a G-tube. She has tube fed, but it's only supplemental feeds at night, so we're not feeding her during the day, so she still eats. And she's not on a special diet, so she's not on a blended diet or a liquid diet. She eats everything that we eat, we just have to cut it smaller.
Yeah.
So,
like, that's our job, to keep Brynn healthy and strong, until ultimately there's a treatment for her. Like, that's our hope. And we have our good days and bad days. We're not going to sit here and say, oh, she'll be 100% fine in 10 years. But, like, our attitude and for Brynn is to fight for her. And at the same time, like, we have 2 other children. Like, we want them to see us fighting for Brynn. We don't want them to think that we would not do the same for them. I want people to support us. I want people to accept Brynn for who she is and not judge. I mean, who wants their kid judged, whether they're, in a wheelchair or they are autistic or anything. I mean, or they're not as, reading as quickly as someone else. Like, no one wants their kid judged. So going forward, I just want people to support Brynn for who she is and not judge her.